Want to take the quality of your electrical work to the next level? Master soldering techniques with Toledo soldering irons and accessories and turn out professional projects. To get started in soldering, all you need is a soldering iron and a little solder. All Toledo soldering irons are built to the same high standard that makes them so popular with professionals. Insulated Bakelite handles keep your hands safe, and rubber grip rings ensure precise control. Rather than resting it on a surface that might be damaged, each unit is supplied with a handy stand. As all soldering iron tips eventually wear out, Toledo have engineered their irons for easy tip replacement, rather than throwing out the whole unit. These Toledo soldering irons are available at Supercheap Auto in 5 different variants. So, which should you choose? Well, it's all about picking the right amount of power for the job. Too little and the solder won't bond with the workpiece. Too much and the heat can ruin wiring and components. The smallest iron is the 25-watt model, ideal for thin gauge wiring and delicate circuit boards. The 12-volt powered 30-watt model with only a little more power is great for these tasks too. It plugs into a vehicle cigarette socket and is perfect for work on the go. Double the power to the 60-watt unit and you'll comfortably solder wire up to 6mm, electrical connectors and heavy-duty components. The 80 and 100-watt soldering irons are for much heavier connections and wiring such as power cables. Once you've chosen a suitable soldering iron for your work, it's worth putting in a little practice before tackling a project. Each soldering iron comes with a user manual, including tips and tricks for soldering. Bare the ends of a piece of scrap wire and twist them together while your soldering iron heats up. If the soldering iron has been used before, wait until it's hot and wipe the tip on a damp sponge to clean off any old solder. Tin the tip of the iron by applying a little solder to it. This will improve conductivity and make the solder flow quicker. Now, touch the tip of the soldering iron to the joint and hold it there for a moment. You want just enough heat in the joint to allow the solder to flow. Keep the soldering iron in position and slowly introduce solder at the point where the iron meets the join. The solder should glide into the join without sticking or stabbing, and you should see solder flow smoothly through the wire. If this is not the case, re-tin the tip of your iron and hold it to the join a little longer before applying the solder. If you make a mistake on a job and apply too much solder, having the Toledo desoldering pump on hand may save the day. This pen-like tool quickly sucks solder away from a join while it's hot. Just depress the button on top to arm the pump. Heat the joint until the solder is liquid, place the tip right where you want the solder removed, and press the small button on the side. The solder will be quickly sucked into the tool, which can be cleaned out later. Armed with the Toledo range of soldering tools, you'll be knocking out electrical jobs like a pro in no time at all.